Hey everyone, and welcome to my place. I've had lots and lots of requests from all around the world asking if I know about propagating. Well, yes I do. I'm not an expert, but I do know how to do the odd little cutting. And it is just very fortunate for you all and those that are interested that as I was having a wee drive along the road the other day, and anything on the side of the road actually does belong to me, I've decided, especially on the public footpath, I found these geraniums and I thought, wow, that's exactly what I'll show you how to propagate. Now these I just nipped off the side, as I said, nipped them off the side of the road, and these are going to be fantastic for my garden next year. And I also want to, while they're being propagated or while I'm waiting for them to root, I want to actually have something that looks quite attractive. So let us just get into it. Really, really easy. And here, as I said at the beginning of the year when we started, we are all about upcycling. So I have found some lovely little jars which I have cleaned and actually put the granola into the bottom of them to make sure that they were completely clean and there was no bacteria, because I've mentioned about the bacteria before. We don't want bacteria because bacteria will kill off anything that we're doing. So I've also got some shells here, and just as a little point of interest, when you're gathering your shells, and isn't that just the loveliest thing to be wandering along the beach in an evening just collecting little shells. Now I did wash these shells because I don't want any seawater or any sand into them. So they've just had a good scrub and a hose down, and what I used was a basket. So just put your shells into the basket and just keep the hose running through it until all the sand comes away. And sometimes not all the sand will come away, as I have discovered this morning, so there's little bits of sand all over the floor. But I've just got a collection of little shells, whatever you've got will do, and then you can, all sorts of shells, doesn't matter, like, you know how I am about lots of different textures, so just shove those all into there. And the next thing to do is I want to just embellish that just a little bit further. This also is going to be a gift that I'm going to give to my friend Kathy, who lives down at the beach, and these geraniums are such hardy little chaps. They just grow anywhere and everywhere, and I just thought, well, if I give her these, she can have them down at the beach sitting on her little console so that she's got a nice informal display. Right, from there the next thing to do is, let me just get rid of that. In here I've got some water, and to just help the process I'm using a rooting hormone. Now there's lots on the market. This one I prefer, it's the Clonex. It's quite a good one and it's not very expensive and it lasts and lasts and lasts. Now if you can't get that, the old way of doing it was using the bark off a willow tree. So you can just get a little bit of bark and put that in, and that will help with the propagation as well. But this is just going to speed up the rooting of my plants. So I just want to put the tiniest little bit into there. Oops, it's not coming out. You only need a little bit. Normally what you would do is you would just cut your plant on a slant like that and then dip it into the root forming hot compound. But I'm actually going to put it into the water, and I'll show you the next process. So put your water in and put it onto the surface that you want them to be sitting on. These have already got the water into it, and then put the water in at this stage. And I think it's a really simple, lovely way of creating something without spending a lot of money, and I really like doing that. Right, from now, the next thing is to get all of your plants like so, cut that off there, and then that just gets pushed into there like that. And it doesn't take very long, probably, well, it will depend on the temperature as well. See these bits here, take those off, and normally you would cut the flower off, but for now I want to see that flower, and it does. The reason you take that flower off is because it puts too much stress on the plant, and at this stage the plant just needs to be getting as much root forming on the end of the little spike there as it can. But let's just keep going, and I'll get this all done so that I can show you. But I just love when you can just get, you know, things that are just lying around, and then just like that turn them into something that's actually going to be, you know, killing two birds with one stone. Is that what they say? Yeah, killing two birds with one stone. And I'll just put one more into there, cut that off there. I'll take that to there and put that into there, and look at that. Beautiful little moment in time. Absolutely lovely, gorgeous, simple, easy ways of designing. Hope you've enjoyed that. I've enjoyed showing you, and I will see you again another day.